My project today is fixing the elastic band in my pajamas. The elastic is stretched out. The waist is too big now and I want to make it more smaller, so the pants don't fall down. I'm looking for a place I can put a small slit at the bottom. This is one of the hardest parts of cutting stitches. We already had one part opening, but I'm going to open it up a little more. To be able to remove the elastic. Now I can see the elastic. I'm going to cut the elastic with the scissors in two. Now I'm pulling the elastic as much I can, but I feel the elastic as if it's stuck. I can feel the elastic that was sewn into one of the seams. Now I'm going to have to open a new opening in this part so I can pull the elastic through. It may be a little frustrated, but I know we will make it. The stitches are very small and it is a little difficult. It seems I still had a few stitches left to cut. We almost made it. We just need a few more. We did it. Now I'm going to pull the elastic again. I'm trying to get all the elastic out. The elastic looks really bad. It looks like it has lost all its elasticity. I'm now checking to see if there is more elastic. It looks like there is one more part and it's also sewing to the seams, so I will have to make a new opening. This part is a bit tricky, but it's necessary to remove all the elastic to be able to place the new one. Now we repeat the operation, making one more opening, taking great care not to cut the fabric. The elastic looks like it's attaching to the part where the label is. Yes, I can feel it. So here we go again. We are going to add a new opening. We repeat the process once again. It may be a bit tedious, but I really like those pants and I will not want to lose them just because of the elastic, because they are still in good condition. Now I can see the elastic and we are going to pull it, and surprise! We already had all the elastic out. Finally! I'm checking one more time. The elastic left a lot of the tears on the table. That's the box where I had the elastic, and I'm going to see if I can find one for the pants. The old elastic is an inch wide. Here I had different sizes. I like to have options for different projects. This could be. Let's compare them. I think I find one that could work for me. It's the same width. Yep, I think I will use this one. It's great. I have it secured with a pin. Then I'm going to check that the elastic is working. The next step is to measure the waist. For this, I will use the mannequin. Mannequin is size 6, the same as me. I'm taking my waist measurement, but I don't want to be too tight. I think 29 is a little tight. I'm going to move to 30, which fall a little on the hip, but that is my preference. I think I don't need elastics anymore. And say I don't want to be too tight, I'm going to use the same size as the 30 on the elastic. I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. That sound is from my cat Nubi, who is very happy now. She is playing with her sons. Now let's cut it. I just realized that those are not the right scissors to cut elastic. It should be regular sewing scissors. Too late. Now I want to take the measurements of the waist of the pants without the elastic. The measurements is approximately 21 inch, and if we double it will be 42 in total. I'm going to look at how the elastic looks on the pants, and it looks smaller than the waistband. Then we are ready to thread the elastic through the waistband. For this, we can use a tool like this one I had that has a small teeth where the elastic is grabbed. And it has a part that when you lower it, it puts pressure on the teeth. And we can start insert the elastic little by little. And when we finish, we just remove it. And we open the part that leaves the elastic loose. We close it and it's ready for our next project. We can also use it as safety pin, which is something we usually had on hand. We open it and pass it through the elastic, one of the ends, and we close it. This elastic has a decorative part that generally goes downwards. We are going to look for one of the parts that we left open to pass the elastic through it. I will start then with the part where the label is. We are going to go in little by little and pull inwards until we put all the elastic. I feel happy because we are already starting to see the project take shape. We had to pull many times and stretch the pants so the elastic can pass through. In this way, we can see that the elastic is not gathered in only one part of the pants, and the rest of the elastic seems on the outside, as we see it at this moment. What I'm going to do is join the ends with a safety pin. This way I don't lose either of them while I continue stretching. This process can be a little slow, but I had to do it carefully until all the elastic is inside the waistband of the pants. Now I'm holding the two ends tight and stretching this elastic so that it will stay all inside. Now I'm going to sew the two ends on the machine, and I'm going to sew the stitch several times to make it strong. But first I had to remove the safety pin. Then I'm going to put the elastic on the presser foot and use the straight stitch. Select the stitch in the machine, and now I'm going with the stitches back and forth many times. Until I feel it's strong enough. Because I don't want the elastic to come apart with any movement after it's finished. I think it's enough. Let's cut the dress. I'm inserting the elastic so that it stays completely inside. And stretch it along the entire waist of the pants until it looks even. And it is ready to close with the machine the open parts where the elastic passes through. I must close all of them. This part is very important for a good finish. I'm setting up the machine with a straight stitch because that was the one the pants originally had. Now to sew. I hope the results are positive because I will love to continue using them. I'm stitching all around the waist so that I don't missing any. At the end, cutting the threads and reviewing. I find that the label is not inside. It's sad, but I had to open it again to be able to place it correctly and sew again. I'm going to do this step because I want it to be as good as possible. Please excuse me, my fingernail. It's suffering a blood and it's just healing. To make sure it doesn't move, I'm going to put a pin in it. Let's go through the stitches again. Taking a little time to make sure the label is in before sewing. Initially, I thought the project was going to be a little easier, but when I found the elastic sew into the seams, become a little more difficult, but I think we will have a good result. Let's polish the last threads. And this is the final result of this test. It has been very interesting, and I think I can try it again. Thanks for joining me, and see you on the next project.